Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And now, my question of today is: do you guys hold any ChainLink? If you are or if you are not, put it in the comment section down below. I am really interested to see how many of you guys like that coin. First off, some news from Japan. Now, what I've noticed is that oftentimes, a lot of the news that gets spread in Japan surrounding crypto is not the same with what we get here. And of course, the bigger lines, the rough ones, will be the same. However, there are some interesting little things which none of us here really get to read about in the traditional web pages. Now, here are some things that happened over in Japan. SBI unveils a crypto investment fund. Now, of course, if you did not know that already, you're most likely living under a rock because, well, that was kind of posted everywhere. But normally, a lot of that type of Japanese news gets posted to the Japanese version of websites or really just Japanese news outlets. Like, for example, here, Bitflyer, a pretty popular exchange, which is Tokyo-based, completes blockchain-based shareholder meeting. Now, that they had a shareholder meeting, not really that interesting, but the fact that it was blockchain based makes this really pretty cool. Japanese regulatory agency warns exchanges. There's two exchanges here, Seychelles based Bitfinex and US based Amanpuri, which reportedly hosted usage by folks residing in Japan. And to be able to support people who live in Japan, your exchange must, following the FAC's guidelines, have some proper documents, some proper, again, legislation or regulatory compliance they gotta fill out and deal with. Otherwise, again, you're gonna get yourself a little bit of a fine. Japanese self-regulatory agency gains new chair, which is a pretty interesting thing. Bitflyer, which again we just talked about, executive Kimihiro joined the Japan Cryptocurrency Trading Association as its new chairman, tallying the first chairman swap in its entity's history. A digital asset exchange self-regulating group in Japan, they are formerly held Money Partners CEO and President Taizen Okuyama as its chairman, who is now, of course, left. And last but not least, CoinCheck Eye's release for digital shareholder meeting platform. Again, more is going to be said on all of that, but it's cool to see some things which you don't really see in most of the videos and news articles over here. Bitcoin faces shift as options market confronts downturn. Now, as I've told you guys before, I do not think this is true whatsoever. I don't think the options really had much to do with the whole situation. Because even if, right, why would all these other coins be that hurt by options trading for Bitcoin? I mean, realistically speaking, then it would have to be Bitcoin to be hurt the most, and some of the other coins taking a bit of a hit. But right now, for example, Bitcoin SV is down 12%, while Bitcoin is only down 2%. Yeah, I don't buy that. I don't think that is the options at all. And as I said earlier, I don't think the options had much to do with these lower points regardless / anyway. So I just don't buy it. If it really is, it's odd to me, but I don't believe it. All right, now moving over into ChainLink, because the last couple of days, a lot of you guys said, hey, Dusty, hey man, you gotta cover a little bit of ChainLink here and there, because it's a coin I like and love, and I want to hear more about it. Well, ChainLink solutions to fuel health data system. Analysts predict link price upsurge. ChainLink decentralized oracles are used for multiple blockchain-based solutions. Now they power healthcare data storage by FLETA for the SK government. Two teams having a partnership to advance medical data storage and transfer solutions based on FLETA's native blockchain, and the new system will mostly act as an information sharing instrument for medical professionals. Blockchain and healthcare, important use case. As I've said before, the value of crypto is often derived from its use case. Well, even though that might not be the complete case just quite yet, really in an end goal and what we want from crypto, what we expect, what would sound logical is that it is. And, thus it's really important that these use cases are being made and also announced just like that. According to the official announcement, ChainLink oracles will be implemented into decentralized applications that are designed to store sensitive medical data on chain. Supported by the SK government, which stands for South Korea, of course, blockchain platform Chain is integrating ChainLink to connect and validate off-chain patient health data, and this allows doctors, researchers, and patients to more easily manage and share clinical health records. Pretty damn good, guys. I've told you guys before with what happened with VeChain, and that is that if you are able to adapt to these crisis types of situations like we're in right now and really do things with healthcare, which really is important in any crisis ever, yeah, you're a keeper, you're a good one. You know, of course, you gotta have something to do with money, but it's really even more important to have anything to do with healthcare whenever it's possible. Because, for example, I would say XRP is important there because, well, it might be really important to be able to send money home, you know? And if that can be done within a day and to be able to send money around within a couple of seconds instead of a couple of days, might save tons of people's lives, right? It might actually also help a ton in a crisis because, well, you want to send money home to somebody who needs it now and he will only get it in 3 days. That's not going to work, right? VeChain has it where they're able to track whether you're or not you're infected. Of course, that's a little bit of crazy to think about, but it's more so about the idea that it's possible for them to do so and that they can adapt to their situation. And here with ChainLink as well, helping out in the healthcare with blockchain and healthcare and mixing them together, which is really amazing in my opinion. Now to read a little bit further, up-to-date data supplied by ChainLink oracles will be transmitted into Fleetus' clinical research data registry platform. This platform combines smart contracts with medical data from researchers, doctors, and students, and this initiative has officially received support from the South Korean government, according to Henry Kong, CEO of Fleeta. This novelty will upgrade the integrity of smart contract system, therefore boost its usage and adoption. And both teams are also considering the option of continuing their partnership with South Korea's healthcare regulatory bodies. ChainLink oracles will maintain the security and accuracy of the data exchange between on-chain and off-chain segments of medical data storage systems. And also, which is a little bit unrelated actually, they're talking here again about a little bit of a surge in link price. Now, one thing I must warn y'all for is that there will be many of those, and you'll most likely read about a couple of them every single day. The reason is that ChainLink is pretty close to its all-time high, and there's many people who expect/predict/want it to go a little bit higher in the close proximity here, and it's really rightfully so. Because what happens when coins go up in a little bit of a -1-ish correlation or negative correlation to Bitcoin/crypto? Well, you get some supporters who put on strange links, haha, pun intended. No pun intended actually. Some strange links between, bad markets for the rest of the crypto and good ones for ChainLink, or just no movement at all and good ones for ChainLink where there's nothing really to be found. Very often it's just because they got some ridiculously good partnerships, some ridiculously big news and things like that, which makes the price temporarily pump. And for ChainLink, I would say it's exactly that. They got themselves some national level-ish partnership with China going on a little bit ago, which just made it really good. And they got a couple more of those coming by every so often, which just really makes people's faith in this coin ridiculous. And since it's already been on a sort of higher than average level of crypto, yeah, you can see by the chart here, where most coins are going down, this coin has been going up, which makes people go completely berserk. Could have made 10 times your money in almost a year, which is, again, pretty damn crazy to think about. U.S. real estate market crisis, 4.3 million mortgage delinquencies, commercial properties sink in value. And even though I have no XRP article open for you guys right now, I think it's pretty easy to relate this in some way, shape, or form to XRP. Why is that so? Well, at least whenever I think about it, I think about crises, I think about mortgage delinquencies, I think about all that type of stuff, and I still think about how remittance payments can play a big role in all of this, but especially how much the transfer of money plays a role in today's time. And even though that might not sink in for you yet, and it might look a little bit more like Ethereum, where commercial properties sink in value, and thus we might have to go for DeFi or assets on like Ethereum platform or things like that, even ChainLink possibly. I'm thinking of XRP because, well, think about it here. If people do not really go for these homes anymore to buy and invest into them. Of course, the mortgage themselves is most likely out of people who, really need them to live in. But also a big chunk of that will of course be for investors. And if a ton of money gets out of these houses because the real estate market is messed up, a lot of it is going to go to crypto, right? A lot of that is going to go there. And I believe that one of the easiest links between crypto and to traditional kind of investment realm would be, for example, a easy way like PayPal, but also would be if all of it is just really, really fast, just really, really simple. And I don't really know how to back it up really well right there, but I think things like XRP could really, really help because of the speed and because of the real use case with Ripple surrounding it, where you're like, all right, so Ripple, a billion-dollar company, uses this coin to transact and helping people and has these official partnerships going on. All right. However, as I just briefly stated in the beginning, it could also be that they're going to go for decentralized assets like those on Ethereum instead of those real houses. In 2017, that was a big thing where people wanted to get all these types of pets and even, cars and even other types of stuff, boats and whatnot, and virtual reality things, items, gems on chain. Have not heard too much about it anymore, but maybe, because of scarcity, it will kick back up at one point in the future where you'll see another mini dog or hot dog go for $10 million, an online hot dog. Just wait. It'll happen. Something like that, something stupid. Comp, everybody's been talking about that coin because it did some crazy moves. Voyager launches zero-fee trading for Compound token. The New York-based crypto brokerage is the latest platform to list the new DeFi governance token. And again, people are saying that DeFi is going to be completely insane. DeFi is going to be taken over. DeFi is going to be everything. And I'm just wondering if these guys are not putting too much on DeFi's head, because even though it's important and cool, it's not all there is in crypto. Don't forget that. It's not everything. DeFi is not at all everything out there. And we're talking about largest DeFi token. Yeah, we're talking about DeFi in the sense of, these top ones, but there's a lot more to it all. Don't forget that. Here's why Bitcoin's bull run will begin soon. BS. Here's a couple of reasons why it might be beginning soon. Well, of course, because we're following history, we might see some historical pattern. A couple of rallies might follow in the exact same sense or things like that. However, again, that's always a little bit of a guessing game because nobody knows, and there's no real good reason to state it will begin soon. Because even now, right, macroeconomics. Just think about, for example, the recessions. It happens, let's say, for example, median or even mean, I don't really know, you could use both here, about 10, 11 years possibly. Right now we're 12 away from a crisis. At least, I think for the last 100 years, this is the furthest point we've ever been without a recession. And I don't know about you, but I think most people did not predict that. And by the way, if you are enjoying these videos, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. I think most people did not expect that because, well, history tends to follow itself is what we all go for, expect, and think about. But it could also very well be that we defy that we go completely against the grain and do something completely else, which is kind of what we saw just right here then, I would say. Because, well, yeah, I mean, a lot of people expected Bitcoin to crush the numbers and go up like crazy, but yet it has yet to happen. It has yet to happen. How traders expect Bitcoin to move during the weekend with big volatility. Well, very often people think Bitcoin will go up over the weekend and then down on Monday, which is what happens most of the time. And here, kind of once more, see what we're thinking. When does the weekend end? Right now, it is Saturday the 27th, right? The 28th still going up and then downwards over on Monday and forward. Again, what a lot of people think, this is a very, very old and just normal prediction to make. And also we got Bitcoin setting up for another bull run after CV pandemic killed the first setup on Chain Analyst. All the time Bitcoin is taken while being in accumulation mode is ultimately a good thing because the longer this bull market takes to wind up, the higher the peak price, says Willy Woo. Meanwhile, the active Bitcoin supply is supporting the narrative that Bitcoin is used as a store of value. Nothing more to be said surrounding that. That's just the statement of today. And Bitcoin Wheels initiated a bear move by dumping their coins onto GBTC speculators Peter Schiff. He said, despite Grayscale Investment Trust buying more than 100% of all the Bitcoin mined, which was not completely true, but a good part. Since the halving, the price of Bitcoin fell. This likely indicates Bitcoin whales unloading their coins onto GBTC speculators. Distribution from strong to weak hands is very bearish for price. Well, I think that's all. A little bit of a short-term problem. Bearish for price might be so, but in the end, I don't think it matters all that much. And also, it's just a guess. We don't know exactly what's causing this and who's doing what. But guys, that was it for this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very